have so many videos I have to process and put out on YouTube. I don't know how many I've been ignoring. I think I may have finally figured out why the videos were looking so bad. So take a nice deep breath and out. Relax the hips, relax the legs, just let the legs fall and down. Breathe in from the earth, through the bottom of the feet, up through the spine, over the top of the head, back down the feet. Relax the ankle. Imagine flowing inside of the bones. Up through the feet, through every bone of your body, stimulate the bone marrow. Stimulate the blood growth. Stimulate the bone growth. Just imagine and you can feel that energy flowing inside of the bones, the ribs, the arms, the fingers, the toes, every bone of the body. Every vertebrae. Imagine it washing in between the vertebrae, in between the joints. Come up from the side. Breathing in and out. No higher than the shoulders. Just relax. Nice deep breath and out. Expand the fingers, expand the fingertips. Expand all the muscle tissue. Feel the legs falling, stretching into the earth. Feel the arms stretching, expanding. Feel the fingertips reaching way out, reaching for the horizon. Scooping down. Fill up the whole body, expanding the fingers, and then squeeze. Imagine you squeezing everything through the body. And then slowly let go. And fill up all the bones. And you're squeezing all that blood and chi through the bones. And then slowly let go. Deep breath. Ligaments and tendons. Bring everything back. Slowly bring the feet in. Just where you can press. So press your feet on the earth. Yeah, make sure your toes can reach down. Right? Press your toes and leave your toes connected with the earth. Heel to toes. And then surge, expand the legs. Right? Expand the leg muscles. So you're pressing and sinking into the earth. You hold that stretch. Try and hold that stretch as long as you can. Relax the hips. Right? Every time you relax, you can feel the legs pressing a little bit more. And then top of the head suspended. Right? Pulling, gently pulling. Right? The chin's going to tilt down. The head's going to pull back, lining up with the spine. The spine's going to open up. Relax the lower belly. Relax the hips. Everything can stretch. And then open the palms. Drop the shoulders. Drop the shoulder blades. Expand the fingers. Expand all the muscle tissue so your body is expanding in every direction. Hey, imagine there's cables attached to your fingers and it's pulling the fingers out. You can relax all the joints, all the muscle tissues. Let something else pull. Okay. Even as you're coming up, something else is pulling your hands up and down. Okay, turn the palms forward and begin. Breathing in. Just like washing the face, but just imagine something's pulling on the palm and then directing the fingers down. You let something from outside do all the work. Let something pull your feet into the earth. Imagine there's a big suction hose pulling your feet into the earth. So you just have to relax. Something is pulling the head, pulling the spine so your body just relaxes. And something's pulling the fingertips and pulling the palms. And you let something else do all the work for you. And everything can relax. Breathing in, just like washing your face. And out. And down. Okay, number 2. Hold the ball. 1 up, 1 down. Looking at the palm and breathing in. Relax both arms. Remember, imagine something else doing the work. Something else moving you from the outside. Breathing in when you turn. Just drop the lower hand, drop the wrist. And exhale when you come back. Washing from the elbow all the way up through the palm and then back down. Nice deep breath. Just drop the lower hand one more time. And just turn as much as you comfortably can turn. Back to center, in front of the throat. Breathe in and out. Palms out, sternum up. And the arms down. And keep the feet expanded. Keep the fingertips pulling straight down. And fold the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Try to make them touch. Forward and down. Make sure your feet are still pressing into the earth, being pulled into the earth. And release the ankles. Reach the toes down to the earth. And then forward. Feel the fingertips still being pulled. All the way down. Relax a little bit, and then do one side. Relax the neck, relax the waist. Feel what's going on under the shoulder blade. And focus on the inside lower corner of the shoulder blade. The fingertips still being extended and pulled into the earth. The more you let something else do the work for you, then you can relax. The more you can relax, the more you can sung. Just really focus on that muscle under the shoulder blade. All the way down. Relax when you're ready and do the other side. But keep the fingers extended. Oh, anybody go bone dance? It all started. I think this weekend is Mo'ili. Yeah. I think they do it by the round University Tower now. Over there. Yeah. And you come forward. All the way down. Relax on two sides. Who does it? Is it I don't know. I remember seeing a big one in the convention center. They might have been part of the Honolulu festival or something. Yeah. All the way down. Okay, relax. Circles. As loose as possible. Just swing. Yeah, just swing. Yeah, relax your shoulders when you do this. You want to feel the arm falling. Yeah, yeah, just really relax. Okay, and then slow it down. And then breathe in. Then out. Your fingertips just about the top of your head, no higher than the top of your head. And the palms rotating during the entire movement. When you rotate your palm, it will help to rotate the shoulder joint. The fingertips still being stretched. So imagine something pulling on the fingers, creating the circle for you. Just imagine something else pulling and dragging your hands. And then turn the body, turn the waist, turn the spine. Imagine the muscles on the side of the spine pulling in one direction, and then they release, and then they pull on the other direction, and then they release. When they release, then you spring back to center. One more, and then relax. Let the arms and let all that tension go. Okay, hold the ball, then one hand up, one hand down, and same thing, something pulling on the fingertips. Okay, so one is pulling fingertips up into the sky, one is pulling the fingertips into the earth. And relax all the joints. Take a deep breath. Expand and exhale. Try to pass right in front of the heart. To remind yourself to emphasize that heart energy. Charge it up with the sun. That sun charges up the sun in your chest. That little sun in your chest warms up the whole body. Or you can direct it where you need it. Breathe in when you come up. Relax the spine, relax the lumbar, relax all the joints. Just let your fingertips be pulled in each direction. Head being pulled, feet being pulled into the earth, fingertips being stretched and pulled way out. Breathing in and out. One more time. Breathing in, loosen up all the joints. And then spirals, turn, pull the spine. Pull the spine in one direction, release, and then pull the spine in the other direction, and then release the spine, and then pull the spine, and look at the elbow. And release the spine, and then pull the spine, and then release the spine. Look at the elbow, and then release. Just imagine those muscles pulling the spine one way and then releasing, and then pulling the spine while you breathe in. And when you release, you exhale, let everything go, and then pull the spine. And then come back to center, right in front of the heart. Sternum up, smiling, inner smile, and then turn the palm up and down, and then keep on turning. Pull the spine. Just imagine those muscles pulling, twisting the spine, and it releases. You spring back to center, and then you grab the spine again. Pull the spine. Nice deep breath. And always remember, go at your own speed, go at your own pace. Finish your breath. Keep the feet sinking into the earth, reaching into the earth. Keep the head suspended. Want to try and stretch all the muscle tissue, all the fascia in the body. And come back to center, solar plex a little lower, sternum nice and upright, and eyes looking way in the front, and out and down. You press the feet into the earth and press one foot and sink into the hip joint to release that other leg, and then transfer, right? Press your forearm first, so press, and then expand, and then sink into the hip joint. And hold that, and then release. So you practice pulling, imagine you pulling that energy up from the earth. And drop your shoulder blades, and then guide it down. All the way down, and let it go. And then pull that energy up from the earth, and sucking it up with your palms, and then gently guiding it down. And then pull that energy up, and then guide it down. Okay? And then imagine something else pulling the hand up. Yeah? So imagine something pulling the back of your hand up, still pulling that energy up, but doing the work for you. And something pulling the hands down. So you can either have something pressing the hand down, right? So pulling the hand up, pressing the hand down, or pulling the hand down. So you just, right? So something pulling the hand up, and imagine it pulling the hand down first, right? And just kind of like suck it down. Yeah, so pulling the hand up, and then imagine it's pulling the hand down. Yeah, pulling the hand up, and then pulling the hand down. So if something else is doing the work, you can just relax, right? You just kind of, it just pulls it up. If it pulls it down, you just relax, and it just follows, and like something sucking the hand down. Okay? And imagine something pushing the hand up. Right? Imagine something pushing the hand up. And then imagine something pushing the hand down. Pushing the hand up. You just follow. Just relax. And then pushing the hand down. Just relax and follow. Pushing the hand up. And then pushing the hand down. Down is really relaxed. Right? Because it's not like you grabbing something, right, and pulling and creating that suction, right? You just relax and something's pushing you, and you relax and something's pulling you, right? So it's a different kind of energy. So you don't need to create that vacuum and that pressure. Then you just let something push you out of the way, right? That pressure is already coming at you, and that pressure is already coming at you, and you just have to practice that feeling. In the beginning, you just try too hard. And in the beginning, you trying too hard, it's still you doing the work. Yeah? And you just have to think, wait, relax. So we don't do this too much now yet. It's probably not a safe thing to advocate, but when you drive and we stick our hand out the window, right? We relax to the point where we play with that, right? We let the hand flow, right? And you just relax the palm, and that wind is pushing you, right? Or if you play with water, right? If you ever been in a jacuzzi or a pool that has the jet stream, right? And then you just put your hand there, right? And just let that push you out. No effort on your part, right? You just let it push you out. Okay? That's the feeling you want, right? Something else pushing you, just relax. Right? You don't have to expand. Right? You could, right? It could push you, and then you could add the expansion with it, and that'll create more. or you can just go and follow along. So you create those feelings, and then if if you took the Tai Chi to a point where you're playing with somebody and you do push hands, that's the push hands feeling, right? So if this hand is following, right, letting this hand do all the work. So if this hand lifts, this hand just has to follow you. Like, oh, it's pulling me up. If this hand goes down, oh, this hand is pushing me out of the way. I'll just relax and go. So if this hand is relaxing, there's no resistance, right? It just stuck to it, right? Or it can relax and then it can take over. So you practice being pulled down, you practice being pulled up. You practice being pushed down, right? And you practice being pushed up. And then you practice your drawing, right? You're pulling that piston, the syringe piston up, and you're pumping it down. I can't think if there's a fourth. I think that's the three, yeah? Right? Something else pushing you out of the way, right? Something else pulling, and then you direct. Oh, could be any. Yeah, it could be anything.
Like your mind.
Yeah, your mind has to pretend. So you could, yeah. So if you need an imagery, right? You could imagine like a vacuum hose, like a large vacuum above you, right? And it's just sucking your hand up. Doesn't even have to be attached, right? It could just be this huge column, and it's just sucking your hand up like a wind tunnel. Right? And then you reverse it, right? It sucks your hands down, right? Or it reverses the other way, right? It's pushing, that air is pushing your hands up, or that air column is pushing your hands down. And then you have to do it. So air is nice because not much resistance, right? It's not that solid. You can still feel it. If air doesn't work, then maybe water. Water is a little bit more concrete imagery. Okay? And then if that doesn't work, then you just have to think of something maybe solid, right? Push somebody else pushing your hand down, or a piece of wood pushing your hand down. Okay? You start off as your imagination, your imagery, you have to start off as concrete as you need. So like when we teach in the classroom, if I'm teaching like math is a good example, right? Counting, doing math in your head, right? You want to end up just doing math in your head, just automatic. But in the beginning, I taught third grade, so I saved all my canned tabs. Oh my goodness, I don't realize how much cans I used to drink, right? I don't do that. I don't have tabs. Well, I got beer tabs now, but oh, is that on video? But I can't have all the tabs, so the kids count, right? Physical counters. And then I make them write it down. So they put it on the board. I have my graph board. They put it on the place table. I have the lines, right? So they handle it, they touch it, they see it, they very concrete. And then they have to write it down. The pencil is concrete, the paper is concrete, but they draw an image, right? They're burning that image into their mind. And then I make them say it. Right? So saying it is a concrete sound, but you cannot feel it, right? Except for the air vibrations. So I'm taking them through like real concrete, right? To kind of picture, less concrete, to less concrete, until if you think about it, they can see it, they can feel it, they can do it, right? So if my imagery doesn't make sense, you have to find something more concrete for you. Yeah. And that's why I always say, like, don't follow me exactly, right? Listen to yourself, go at your own pace. That's the same as saying, if my image doesn't work, use what works for you. Yeah. Okay? So we can apply that to it, everything, right? We just have to remind us. So you could apply that to the feet, right? So the knees, imagine something pulling your knee up, right? And then dragging your foot forward, right? And then it lets you lay down, right? And it could either be pressing down, or it could be pulling down, right? Or you could be pressing down. So first you press, and then you expand, and then you let outside force do the work for you. If outside forces do all the work for you, you don't have to do anything, right? Eventually you're going to feel yourself relax more and more and more. So common sense tells you you're still doing the work, but your feeling, if something else is doing the work, you just relax. So you can be as relaxed as possible. The more you relaxed you are, the less energy you use, right? The more efficient you are. The more relaxed you are, the more the joints open up, the more the muscle tissue relaxes. The more the joints and the muscle tissue relaxes, the easier the blood flows, the less tightness, the less knots, right? The more the energy flows, right? The more your body rests on the ground, right? The less you fight yourself. Right? So Sung is relax. So studying Sung is to study all these things. So Sung like says it all, but you still got to study what is it saying. Yeah, but Sung says it all because you have to do all those things. Yeah? So you play with all of those feelings. Yeah? So form, then you set the form, and then expand your muscles. That's you, right? And then something else takes over, and then you just relax, and you just go along. It's like riding a roller coaster, right? You're as relaxed as you can be without falling out. Right? You're either that person hanging on tight, right? Or you're that person who trusts that all the harnesses do all the work for you, right? And you just let your body fly, right? So eventually, you want to just relax and let external forces take over. Yeah. And the more you do it, the more you'll feel that. It'll come out. Yeah. And then one day somebody will grab you and you're just going to go. And you're like, right? If somebody's going to pull your hand and you're going to twitch, but then you're going to let it go, and then they're going to slap themselves with your hand. You're going like, oh, sorry. I don't know why I did that. Right? Okay. All right. So hands down. Yeah. So you can imagine something else picking up your knee. Yeah. So whatever imagery on the palms you want, something else picking up your knee, and then it lets it go, and then something else picks up the knee, and then lets it go. Something else picks up the knee and lets it go. So there's a lot of parts to this, right? So you just have to pick which one you're going to focus on first. You can focus on the palms, right? Using one of those energies, or you can just kind of, every repetition you can do something different. As the foot gets set down, press the foot and imagine it being pulled into the earth, and then something picking up the knee, and then set the foot and something pulling the foot down while the other knee gets picked up. So to do this explains why we have to do it slow. So you can take your time switching and deciding which energy you're going to focus on, what body part you're going to focus on. Oh, like I can feel I'm just holding my ankles up, so I have to relax my ankles a little bit more. And take your time at the end of the breath to finish moves and see if you're doing what you want to do. And like right here, I can imagine my fingertips being pulled into the earth, and I have enough time to relax my ankles. So imagine if you're pulling, then you can apply that to your legs. Okay, so we're going to pull that suction up, and you let that suction bring your leg up. Okay? So we focus on the hands, but that's also pulling your legs up, right? And pressing your legs down. Right? Pulling the legs and the palms up, pulling that energy up. So your palms are manipulating your legs. And there. So you feel the difference. You pull, right? When you lift your leg, right? The leg just comes up. Right? We've still got to have form. Right? The more you sink yourself into the hip joint of the standing leg, the easier that will be. But then we add the energy to that, right? So we have the form. Sink into here, this leg releases. And then we pull that leg up. We're holding this, right? And then we let it down. Right? And then you pull that leg up, and then you let it down. If you don't sink into here, right, you got to work harder to pull that leg up. Right? So if you put your mind here, put your mind in your thigh muscle, right, and flex your thigh muscle over here, flex over here, and now pull up the leg. Oh, this leg is so heavy, right? Flex right in here. That leg is so heavy. Right, so that's just mechanics, that's form, right? And then you go back and sink into the hip joint. Sink into the hip joint, now pick up the leg. Oh, so much lighter. Yeah. That's just mechanics. That's just mechanics, right? If I sink into here, I'm centered. If I sink into here, I'm not centered. So I really need a lot of muscle to hold everything in place, right? Because I'm using so much muscle here now, right? That takes away from here. Cannot. Because I'm using it all over here. This is working too hard. It's just like, oh, I'm fighting this side. But if I sink into this joint, I can feel myself sitting right closer to the center. Yeah, you can, where you sit on the chair, when you pick up the leg, you can feel where your body, is it sitting here? Is it sitting here? Is it sitting here? Yeah, you try that, right? Sink into the hip joint, right? Sink into the hip joint and then pick up the leg and see where your body is balanced on the chair, right? And then put your mind into the whole thigh muscle, flex the whole thigh muscle and press that leg down, but use this muscle and then pick the leg up, right? And you shift forward a little bit, yeah? So because now this is balanced, this is not balanced, right? So I gotta hold this in place. Takes away from this. Yeah. So that's just demo for yourself, right? To show you the experiment. Oh, loosen that up. Oh, tight now. Okay. Oh, where are we? Hips. Bring the hands, right? So turn one foot and pull the spine the other way and pull the fingertips out. Something else. Pulling the fingers straight to the front of the room. Straight to the front of the room and then releasing. You come back. You turn. And pull the spine the other way. And release. And turn. Open up the leg. And pull the spine and pull the fingertips. Breathing in and releasing. And other way. One more time. Pull the spine. Pull the fingers right to the front. Oh, Frank De Lima t-shirt. Oh, you get your t-shirt staring at me. Oh, now I have to really focus. Yeah. Bring the palms. Okay, so same thing. Yep. Press. And then you're going to expand this muscle, but then sink into the hip joint. Okay. To pick up the other leg, you have to sink into that hip joint. Knee, heel first, then press the knee down, then lift. Something else pulling this up, yeah, and back. Yeah, then press the thigh muscle and then sink into the hip joint. And hold that in the hip joint. Knee, press the knee down, stretch the back of the leg, and back. And breathe. Yeah, heel first, then knee, and then pump. And then lift, and back. Heel, and press the knee down, and then pump. And lift, and back. And then all we need to do is add the turn of the body. So heel, knee, pump, and pull the spine. And then release. Pull the spine. And then release. And then down. There's so much. Nobody can think of pulling the spine on that one. So rest your hands here. Just focus on your spine. Imagine the muscle pulling your spine one way, and then it releases, and then pulls the spine the other way, and then it releases, and then pulls the spine the other way, and it releases, and then it pulls the spine, just the spine, and then it releases. Yeah. Real subtle, but you can feel it grab. You can feel it grab. From there. Okay. Alright. Hold the ball right at the heart. Remember, every time we do the heart, it's a reminder, right? We're charging up with that sun. Straight down. Charging up your little sun in here. Warm and cool, just putting out energy. So same thing. Press. Feel the thigh muscle expand. The toes relax and then sink into the hip. Yeah, and then heel and toe, flexing the ankles. Okay, other side when you're ready. Remember, sink into that hip joint. Sink right into that hip joint. And feel those toes sinking on the earth, touching the ground. Right, other side, small toe, big toe. And sink into that hip joint. This is when they do things like say the alphabet backwards. Right? This got to be set, right? Otherwise you're thinking really hard. How many of you can read the book upside down? Those of you cannot. You turn yourself. I used to be so proud of that. My first job before I got a real teaching job, and because I didn't get any service credits, but I worked the library. Well, the librarian took almost the whole semester off, but she came back so she can get the credit, right? The service credit for the year, and I couldn't. But I got paid. That was before I started. But that was so much fun working library, right? Because it's just so much fun. Right? I didn't have her stresses and things. I just did what needed to do. Right? Unpack the new books, refile, collect the books, read stories, do some research things. But all the lower L, right? Reading stories, you got to learn to read upside down. Yeah, because you're reading like this. Yeah. Decorate the library. Oh, that was the best job in the world. Subbing as the librarian. Not being the real librarian, the official librarian. She had ordered all the books for the year. I would just get shipments like, wow. Oh, just unpack the new books, label them, catalog them, all that. Yeah. So while you're doing something, that's the trick, right? You do something, okay, you get the form, you memorize it, And then can you do something else while you're doing it, right? So if you're only tapping one foot, then can you tap and clap? Right? Can you do it together? And then can you do opposite? And then can you do go like off time? Right? Takes a lot of effort, yeah. If you play ukulele this side, can you switch it to this side? Like, hand don't work right the same. But just trying it, right? That's you start to relax a little bit, right? Because you're not so reliant on it. Okay, so yeah, shake the hands out, open and close, because we kept it open the whole time, so we have to do the shake it out and then close. Okay. So you pick the hand up, right? And just relax first, right? Not too high. We don't want to go up here. We want to keep everything down, and then expand forward, just to where it's about straight. And then relax the shoulders and stretch a little bit more. And straighten the spine, lift the sternum, drop the elbows and shoulders and stretch a little bit more. And relax all the joints and stretch a little bit more. And each time we're expanding the shoulders down, and relax and expand a little bit more. And then let the hand round like this. So not flat like this, but let it round as you do this. Right? Because when you expand, right, the fingers are all going out in different directions. Right? It takes a lot of effort to pull the thumb back. That restricts the movement. Right? The thumb wants to come forward. Right? And drop the elbow and expand. Drop the shoulders, expand. Right? When you feel like you've stretched as much as you can stretch the muscles, imagine something else pulling on the fingers, and you just let go. You can totally relax, and something else is pulling on each finger. Relax the breathing. So if you can totally relax, right? If you can almost 100% zone and get that maximum stretch, right? Then it's stretching all the muscle tissue. That's massage. That's releasing muscle tension. Yeah, so you can drop your arms lower, 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 lower. Yeah, your whole arm. Drop your whole arm lower. Yeah, there. And then bend your elbow a little bit. Yeah, and there. Yeah. And then sternum up. Nice deep breath into the lower belly. Relax. Something else pulling on you. Something else pulling the fingertips. Something else is pulling the fingertips for you. And then slowly let go. Slowly, 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 slowly. So shake it up. Right? So you just have to practice that imagination. Something else is doing the work for you. So some practices, they call that like ghost practice, yeah? Ghost sword. Because you're pretending something else is pulling you. Yeah. And you just like, follow along. Yeah. It's fun to do that. Yeah, my granddaughter did it again. We're walking around, she's lying on the floor. She just grab her leg and she's jumping on me now. Like big jumps. I have to say, you cannot jump on me. I don't know, yeah. Oh, the other day she jumped off a height. Like, anybody else do that to you, right? I said, you gotta let me know when you jump. Yeah. Oh, so I was cutting. She's so interested. She wanted to know what I'm doing. I have the big buck dao, the big Chinese cleaver, the big metal one-piece one, and I'm chopping the chicken. And I have it pressed, and I'm cutting down. Right, I don't want to do the huge chop. And she puts her finger right on the edge of the cutting mat, and I'm like this, like, hey! But she's the butt girl. Oh, but the knife was on the chicken. You're not doing this. Partially correct, but so when I tell her stop, she don't stop, right? She's that one. She's that learning style. Oh, I gotta watch her. Yeah. I gotta watch her because she just comes out of nowhere now. Yeah. But you know, they want to learn, right? I want to feel what the chicken feels like. So I give her the chicken, but gotta wash the hand. She wants to learn. Yeah. Otherwise, they don't learn how to cook, right? Yeah. Still might not learn how to cook, but you know. Said, I feel so sorry for the chicken. Oh, the chicken died. Oh, you don't want to eat chicken? No, at dinner, right? I want more skin. Oh.
My brother and I took turns because we raised our own chicken, duck, pigeons, pigs, cows, everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And ours is to kill the chick. I don't teach your kids.
My
Sure, I see, but we did it out. So, okay.
Yeah, all of our parents' generation, right? They grew up. Paul,
Yeah, we kept doing that.
where you going with the chicken? Right? Yeah. My mom's grew up in Kaimuki. She told us when they were young, they would catch the pigeon, right, and bring it home. Right? They would have like the box traps or whatever traps they had. Catch the pigeon, bring it home, give it to mom, right? Give it to my popo. My popo would pluck and prep them, and that was the snack. Yeah. No go down to the store, buy snack, right? Yeah, no 7-Eleven. You caught your snack. Yeah. My friends in Hilo told us stories. Go to the river, catch all the frogs, right? Hang up all the frogs, kill the frogs, cut the frog legs. That's the snack. Not anymore. Where does your meat come from? Safeway? How does Safeway get it? Or the truck? The refrigerated truck? Oh. Where they get it from? The mainland? The airplane?
I used to hate when you have to keep the car.
Oh.
You know, to keep it. And I don't want to watch my brother and Vietnam shooting us out with the big car.
Yeah, process, yeah.
That's how we did.
That's why they say, right? Don't name your food. You eating Dorothy? Oh my God!
Yeah.
Can't bring the hands up. Oh, we're getting sidetracked. Okay. Is it about 10 to 10? Okay. I have so many clocks go wrong on me the time. I never quite trust what I'm seeing anymore. I walked into my office, I looked at my clock, it said 8 o'clock. I said, I left the house at 9. My appointment's at 10. Yeah, I better fix this clock now. So, head suspended. Right? The head suspended, it's going to pull the head back. The chin's going to tilt down. Relax the spine. Right? Something else is pulling you up. Something else is pulling your feet into the earth. And something else is pulling on the fingertips. Everywhere in between relaxes. Relax the breathing. Nice deep breath. Relax all the facial muscles. Smile into the heart. Make sure that connection from the sun in the sky is feeding that heart, is feeding that sun by the heart, that sun in your chest. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. And then begin when you're ready. Commencement. Breathing in. Picking up the ball. And bring it to your heart. Extend. And sink back to the center. Number 2, rolling. And just waking up this energy, bringing it into the body. Washing the whole body, all the organs. The spine, the spinal cord. Expanding the lungs. and letting it naturally deflate. And then you spread it out and open it a little bit more. And then you start moving it around. Learning to look at the hand first. And then the finger. And then in between the fingers, staring out at the horizon. One more time. Come back to center. Come back to the heart. Turn a little bit to the left. Imagine your lungs expanding and relaxing. Left side. Pull the spine to the left and then release it. Pull the spine to the right and then release it. And then pull the spine to the left and then release. And pull the spine to the right while you stare at the fingers or the fingertips. And then release. And pull the spine to the left. And start staring way out at the horizon or the mountaintop. Pull the spine to the right and then release. And pull the spine and come back to center. And release the spine and let it spiral back to this heart. Brushing the knee right side first. So pull the spine to the right and pull the fingertips straight up and then pull the fingertip forward and release. Right? And flow that energy out from your heart. Pull the spine to the left and drop the palms. Release the spine and then pull the spine to the right and pull the left fingertips forward and then release and twist to the right or twist to the left. From Parry right and then Parry left. Imagine something pulling on the fingertips, doing the work for you. And then flipping the hand over. Pull the spine to the right. Pull, pull, pull until you're outside of the knee. Breathe in and start to grab. Wrist on wrist. Release the spine and then pull the fist forward. And release the spine. Come back to center. Rolling back. Release. And lift the sternum and imagine something pulling the palms forward and then releasing. And think of your lungs and your heart. And then repeat on the left side. Pull your spine to the left and pull the fingertips up. And then pull the fingertips straight out towards the heart, towards the center. And then release and flow out from the heart. And pull the spine to the right while the hands come center. And then release the spine and pull the spine to the left. The right fingertips get pulled forward. And then as it releases, you spring back to the right. Release the spine and then pull the spine left. As you parry, release the spine and then pull the spine to the right as you parry. And release the spine and pull the fingertips over and down and pull the spine, wrist on wrist. Yeah. So right outside the knee, right outside the leg. Breathe in and start to grab. And release the spine. And then pull the spine a little bit to the right and then release the spine. Come back to center. Rolling back. Compress. Lift the sternum and pull the palms out like something sucking the palms forward. And then it releases and everything comes back to center. And repeat on the left side. Pull the spine to the left and pull the fingertips straight up. And then pull the fingertips to the front, right to the heart. And expand that heart energy. Leisurely tying the coat. Release the spine and pull the spine to the left. Right hand comes up. Release the spine. Pull the spine to the left. Release the spine and pull, suck the palm up, straight up. tuck the elbows and pull the spine to the left. And pull the fingertips straight out and pull the fingertips to a big spiral. Come back to the heart and release. Heart and lung expansion. And then the right side. Pull the spine to the right and pull the fingertips straight up. And then pull the fingertips forward and release the spine. Pull the spine to the left. And then release. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Release the spine. Left hand comes in and release. And then pull the spine to the right. The hands gets pulled down. Release the spine and pull the palm up. And tuck the elbow while you pull the spine to the right. Imagine the fingertips being pulled forward and dragged in a big circle. And then release. Right in front of the heart. And one open and close. And fist under elbow, right side first. Pull the spine to the right. And release and open while dropping the right hand. And then pull the spine. And then release the spine. Bottom hand holds a fist. And then pull the spine to the right until fist under elbow. Breathe in. And as you exhale, release the spine and pull the fist forward. And then let it open. And then fold it up. Repulse monkey and pull the spine to the right. Fingertips forward. And expand from the heart. And then keep on turning. Pull the spine to the left. Washing down the arm. Pull the fingertips to the heart. And then release that heart energy. And then pull the spine to the right third time. Repulse monkey. Washing down the arm. And pull the fingertips to the heart. And expand your heart energy. Leisurely time the quote. Release the spine. And then pull the spine to the right. Then release the spine. And pull the spine to the right. And then release the spine. And the palm gets pulled upwards. Pull the spine to the right while you tuck your elbows. And pull the fingertips forward. And the fingertips are being pulled in a big circle. Swivel the palm. And then release. Oh, good. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Did we do this side?
Yeah.
Okay, I got totally lost. Oh, yeah. Okay, turn. Closing. Breathe in. And down. Alright, get so caught up in the movements I forget. Okay, release. Then press one leg. Right, expand from the thigh and then sink into the hip. Then press, expand, and sink into the hip. And then release everything. Bring the hand up and down. Okay, open and close. Shake out the palms. So again, this kind of stretching expansion can be really intense, right? And a little rounded. It can be a little spiral even, but a little rounded. Right? So you don't want to flex the fingers back. You want it from straight to a little rounded. Right? It can be rounding in. Right? So it can have that little bubble holding the ball. Or it can be really relaxed and just lightly be pulled, but still have that stretch. Yeah? But definitely if we make it intense afterwards, you got to do the open and close and shake it out. Yeah? Sometimes it hurts when you do it real intense because you're forcing those joints, right? Right? Our age, we all have arthritis to some degree, somewhere in our body. Yeah? So those joints are getting, right? They're getting a little tight or stuck. So when you force that stretch, right, you can feel like, oh, that little pain. Yes, you make sure you shake it out and such. Okay? So that's for you to feel and decide. So on your own, you can just practice like surging, right? And from the shoulder blade, imagine the shoulder blade, push out from the shoulder blade. Okay? And then at the very end, something else grabs and does the work for you, and then you release. You could even try like something inside your body is pushing. So you're not expanding the muscle, but something else is inside there. Yeah, like a piston doing it for you. Still a little bit more physical than external. But you try all these imaginations. You watch the children, the babies, that's what they do, right? They just let everything take over, they let the mind take over, and they just play, right? Whatever they do. You watch the boys, right? You watch the young boys, especially through elementary. That the boy's so physical, and you just see them flopping all over, right? What you doing? Oh, the monster grabbing me and throwing me all over, and oh, we fighting. Oh, I gotta hide, right? They create a whole external world that's acting on them. And then what do we do with them? We watch. Okay, recess over. Stop that. Right? We shut that down. Yeah. Instead of recess over, okay, we just gotta put that away. Right? We just put it away. Right? Stop it like that, right? Time to switch gears. Yeah? But we lock everything down. Yeah? And then what happens when they go into the workforce? When we try to train them, how come you're so stiff? You have to let go. What's wrong with you, right? Oh, you have no imagination. Oh, can't you think for yourself? Oh, you got to think outside of the box. Right? So what happens? We create confusion. So if you became psychologist, right? Oh, you are ready for the confused people, right? But even the psychologists are confused too. They have to go treat each other too. Okay. All right. So let's stand up. Yeah. And shake it out a little bit. Oh, yeah. Just stretch a little bit. Yesterday I picked up waiting for my granddaughter at Kumon. Oh, I just gave up and I just squatted down against the wall and she came running, and we're like, okay, this is going to take a while. So I have to stand up and then loosen up, and kind of walking like this to the door. Okay. So when we're walking and you shift, right, we want to turn. Right? But we turn because if you shift all your weight here, the body wants to turn. So you don't think turn, you don't think I have to turn, think let the body turn, right? Right into this turn. Don't fight this turn. Let the body turn, let the weight sink down, right? And then this leg will become free, right? The more you sink into the hip joint, that heel starts picking up. And then you imagine something pulling the knee up, right? You have to sink into here. Don't let this rise. You have to let this fold. Imagine something pulling the leg up and then putting it down, right? And then as you shift towards center, you're going to turn, right? When you smack in the center, both hips are pulling equally, right? So now you're center. But as we shift to this side, just totally relax into this leg. Let the body turn. This leg will free, and then imagine something pulling the knee up. Okay? And then still, you just got to relax into here, and then put that leg down, and then shift. Right? Let the body turn. Sink into here. When this picks up, don't fight here. Pull the knee up, and let it down. Yeah? So make the width comfortable for you, safe and comfortable for you. And then just rest the hands down. Right? So as you sink, right, you pull. So whatever side you're shifting, that hand comes up, right? And that will help to pull that knee up. And then you let it down. And then as you shift, let your body turn. And then pull this palm up. That helps to pull this leg up. And then let it down. And shift, let your body turn. Turn into this hip and pull. and down, right? And pull and down, right? And then pull, just like pulling the piston, and down. So be careful when you turn. You don't want to lean, right? You just want to put your mind right in here, relax. You have to relax and let your body turn. Yeah? So this is from wave clouds. Right? Just shifting. And if you just let it go, it starts to coordinate the same. So the same side now is pulling that leg up, releasing, right? Turning, right? Pulling the same hand, starts pulling that leg up, releasing. Let the body turn, pull the leg up, and release. Right? And just relax the bottom of the feet. Keep the head up, and pull that leg up, and release. Okay? So if you want to walk, right, then you don't set the leg back down there. You pick it up and then you release that pressure and let it come in. So if I want to walk that way, right, I'm going to pull that leg up. Okay. I'm going to shift, right, and then this hand, same leg, pulls that leg up and let that leg step in, right, and then I turn, right, and pull that leg up and then step out and then shift, let the body turn, and then pull that other leg up and release and let it come in. And can't really do it here too much, but if you walk in a straight line, you can feel how you have to kind of force that form, right? If you don't think about it and you just relax, you're going to end up walking in a circle. Okay? So if I'm not worried about walking in a straight line, right, I'll step, right, pull that leg up, right, and as I'm turning, right, you see how before my leg is even on the ground, I'm already turning back to it. Right? So now I'm turned here. So when I step out, I've stepped at an angle. Right? As I pull my leg back, I'm already turning. So I'm constantly turning. During the whole movement, I'm just turning and turning and turning and turning. Yeah. So you can try that a little bit, right? Where you just, so, right? So I'm going to turn right into here, right? And then I just take a small step and I turn into here, and I take a small step and I'm still turning. And don't worry where your foot goes. Just pick up your foot and turn. Just let your foot straighten out by itself. Yeah. Just pick up your foot and let it straighten out. Just pick up your foot and let it straighten out. Yeah. So you just have to try it. You have to give yourself permission to turn. You think about it, right? Nobody talks about turning, right? If you're going to walk, you can walk forward or backwards, but it's always in a straight line, right? If you're going to walk sideways, it's always in a straight line. But if I shift and I turn, that means I'm facing this way, right? If I pick up my foot, right, this foot now is angled that way. Right? So if I turn here and I pick up this foot, right, and I release, it's going to naturally align with this foot or turn out more. Okay? If you allow it. So same thing, you got to start with form, right? Let your body turn, right? So from here, right, I'm turning and then I'm turning. So you have to allow that turn, 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 right? Just continuous turn, turn, turn. If I add my feet, right, turn, and just stepping, turn. Think of it like dancing, right? Think of it like dancing. Right? Just turn. Yeah, think of it as a dance and then you'll turn. You pick up your foot. So when I pick up my foot, I turn, I let my foot turn, pick up my foot, right? I'm going to come back, pick up my foot, turn. Oh, this feels like that There's all these YouTubes of these beautiful Tibetan females dancing, and it kind of looks like that. Yeah. They're just moving and the legs are going. Yeah. Yeah. So you can either, right? You can, to step sideways, you really have to focus right side, right? And then you have to focus straight side, right? You can feel that strictness, right? Because you have to force that line, right? But if you don't have to force the line and you don't have markers on the floor, you can do whatever you want, right? You can just turn, right? Just turn, right? Pick up, turn, just step straight up and down, turn, right? Straight up and down, turn, yeah, turn, yeah. So it's dance, right? And come. We're gonna dance. Can I dance with your wife? Do I have to sign a waiver? Do I have to sign a waiver? Am I on my own? Right? So, oh, I'm in trouble. Next. Okay. So if you just rest your hands on mine, yeah, just rest your hand right on top of mine like this. Yeah. Okay. So if you go one side, right, you pick up. Yeah. Just look at me. Look at me. Just stand. Just pick up high. Okay. Pick up. Yeah. Pick your knees straight up. Okay. Relax the hips. Relax it. Put the legs straight up. Yeah. Exactly. Relax. Let all this tension go. Relax. Oh. No, I got chills because then I see the little HPD like.
No worries.
Why I picked her? Oh. Security. Yeah. Okay, so you pick up. Yeah. So you pick up this leg. Right? Yeah, pick up this leg. Yeah. And let your body turn. And pick up this leg. Let your body turn. Pick up this leg. Let your body turn. Relax. Totally relax. There. Relax even more, right? That's all it is, right? Let your body turn. Right? So the hips have to move. Right? You have to allow the hips to move and relax. There. So the more relaxed you are, right, the more she starts turning. So to step in a straight line, that's really stiff. Yeah. So to take out the stiffness, I still have to turn, but I have to say, oh, my leg wants to step here, right? That releases all the tension. But I'm going to hold all that tension here and then come in. So when you step in a straight line, you're always a little bit coiled up. Because really, if I step here and my body really wants to turn here, so this leg really wants to spring up a little bit, right? And then when I turn back, I have tension, right? So then this leg wants to correct itself, but I'm going to force it, right? I'm going to force it to go side. Right? So I really have to fold into here, so I don't have too much tension. I really have to fold, right, to be able to relax. But actually, I'm creating a lot of tension somewhere. Somewhere is absorbing that tension. Yeah. So, when you start to understand that, you start to realize why you do that, and it's training. Yeah. But if you move the way you train, everybody would look funny, right? If you dance exactly out of the hula drills, same thing. Your kumus would be like, "Hey, relax," right? Now you have to connect everything, right? That's developing skills, right? Yeah. If you walked exactly how they taught you to walk in physical therapy, we'd look like robots. Now you got to relax, right? Now it developed the correct muscles. Now just walk. We did it. Yeah. So you think about when you're dancing, it's because you're letting your body turn, right? You have to have this motion. So it has to have this motion. And you have to turn. Right? And then it looks like this. Yeah. You have to gyrate. Yeah. So You do Tahitian, you do hula, you do belly dancing, you do all those things, right? Where all this whole area is moving and loose, right? And then you come back to what I'm talking about in a Tai Chi class, which overlaps martial arts and internal. If those dancers apply that to martial arts, well, they'd be whipping you all over the place, right? Those belly dancers, if you try and grab their stomach, they probably fly you by just popping their stomach out, because there's so much movement over here. Yeah? It's like a big whip coiled up that just boom. Yeah. If they learn the application. So I always say, right? The hula, the lomi, right? And the lua. All the same. They're just emphasizing what they want out of the practice. And then they make their own practice. Yeah. And then the students think it's different, right? Because they only learn that part of it. Yeah. Okay. Old days had to learn both, right? And then from there, they kind of called out the healers, right? Yeah. They say, oh, who has healing abilities? All right, hands up. Up and down. Okay. Loosen up the leg. Oh, we forgot to pull the we forgot to do the myofascial on the feet. So pull the heels up. Stretch the toes. Pull the heels up. Pull the heels up. Yeah, so if it gets cramps, you just release it, let it go. Yeah, and then do it again. Every time you do it, it releases a little bit, yeah. I do so many classes now like that, and then I've done this so much, I don't get the cramps like before. It's still not, I still have to maintain it. If I were to stop everything for about 3 weeks and come back, I'd get cramps. That's, you think about what your feet are doing for you every day. Yeah. So stretch the toes, right? Same like this, right? Stretch the toes. Okay. All right. Bring your hands up. Okay, so remember, something else is moving your palms for you. You're pulling your hands up. And either dropping it, or you can guide it down, right? Or you can pull that energy up from the ground, grab that energy from the sky and direct it through your body and guide it down. And it feels like wings expanding, creating that vacuum under it. And down. Okay. Okay, last one, you got a little bit of time. So extend the legs. Just do a little bit healing Qigong, coming up. Extend, reach, expand. Washing the face. Keep the fingertips extended. And out, lift the sternum, and drop and curl. You feel like something else is pulling on the fingertips. Lift the sternum, use your shoulder blades to expand, and down, and curl, spiral the palm. You want the fingertips and the fingers to be stretched and expanded. One more time. Washing, pressing from the shoulder blade. Your right palm over your left. Right, fold it in. Bring it in front of your heart. Lift your right elbow, same side as me. Expand. The left hand right on your sternum. Right, and then switch. The left elbow comes up, expands and opens. And the right palm turns up. The left palm drops down. And turn to your right. Feel the spine be pulled to the right. And then it releases and relax the hand and the spine be pulled to the left. And then the right hand comes up in front of the face. Release the spine and pull the spine to the right. And then the hands switch. The left hand comes up. Release the spine and pull the spine to the left. And then bring the left hand inside. Come back center. And press out and release. Turn the palms towards you and let it come in. Drop the shoulders and elbows and press outwards and rotate and let it come back in. Drop the shoulders and elbows. Third time rotating. Expand and then come back. Fingertips together and come back at the heart. Take one breath and then open. We have time for one more rotation. Extend, expand the fingertips. Just like washing the face. Rotate the palm. Tilt the sternum up. Expand, rotate, stretch the fingertips, spiral. Yeah. And just gently breathing in and out. Lift. Stretch the fingertips, spiral. Washing down. One more time. Head suspended from above. Your right palm is going to go over your left palm. And fold the elbows in to your heart. And rotate your right elbow up. Expand. Open the rib cage. Then press up in the left palm on your sternum. And then slowly switch. Rotate your left elbow up first. And then expand. And the right palm on the sternum. And the right palm turns up, makes a shelf, and the left palm, the shoulder elbow drop. And then the hand falls right over it. And then we're going to pull to the right. Just pull the spine to the right. And then release the wrist, relax. And then release and pull the spine to the left. And then let the right hand come up. Drop the left hand. Release and pull the spine. And then switch. Drop the shoulder and elbow and release and then pull the spine. And release the spine, come back to center. Left hand comes inside. Wrist on wrist. And 3 times. Expand. Separate. Rotate the palms towards your forehead and face and come in. Drop the shoulders and elbows. Expand. Rotate the palms, not too far. And keep that expansion on the fingertips. And then fingertips, and then in front of the heart. Gently close the eyes. Take 3 nice, slow, deep breaths of air. Expand the lower belly. Inner smile. Slowly release the palms, let it rest. Okay. Release the feet. Keep the eyes gently closed. Okay. Any distractions, acknowledge it and bring yourself back to the meditation. Release all the facial tension and smile into your heart. Imagine that sun feeding energy down to that little sun in your chest. Relax the bottom of your feet. Please slowly open your eyes, rub your hands. So Sung is number one, right? Relaxing. Heart is number one, and form is number one. So now I have three number ones. Alright, so your husband is number one, the wife is number one, and the kids are number one. Oh, then we gotta add the parents, right? But husband and wife represent parents, but your parents number one. It just reverses. Right? So if you don't have form, right, if your form is not good, everything's going to fall apart, right? So you got to have form, right? That's got to be set, and then you got to strengthen it. You got to make sure all the strength is in there, and then you got to let go, right? And that allows for the expansion to come out. Right? So the more you allow something else to do the work for you, the more you relax. The more you relax, right? That's less resistance, no fighting, okay? But it allows you to expand as fully as you want, right? So your world is exactly the same as the universe. The universe is constantly expanding. Can only expand if there's no resistance, right? Can only expand if that energy is constantly moving. Right? Can only expand if maybe another energy is moving, right? So all over the universe is gravitational pulls, right? So if you hear, there's some gravitational pull behind you, but you have your energy going forward, right? So you let that go forward, and if you want to go forward, you don't listen to the gravitational pull behind you, you listen to the gravitational pull in front of you, right? You let them drag. That's like drafting. Right? You let somebody else do the work, and then you can relax. Right? So that's what the cyclists do, right? They draft. Sometimes on the road, right, they try to draft vehicles, and you just see them totally relax, right? And just let them pull the bike. Right? And they're trying to, all their mechanics, all the form, they're trying to eliminate resistance, right? Reduce friction from there. All right, hands up. And down. Right hand, left hand. Okay, have a good week. Have a safe 4th of July.